Me? I recently learned a special little craft from Suna. So, what do you think? Thank goodness. I was worried. Judging by the look on your face. As expected of a video store manager. Still, even the... I guess you didn't want to...
Don't you understand? Even if your kid wasn't trapped by the hollow, there's no way he would have made it. Stop fooling yourself!
For a mother, only what she sees with her own eyes is real. Besides, my child hasn't given up believing in his mother. His heartbeat gradually calmed down. He knew I would definitely find him.
It's just that... See, we lived through the fall of the old capital. Even if it's only fiction. Because I can't help but believe... Rather than calling it bravery, before her mind could even... I totally get it. If anything were to happen, even if it meant facing immense Of course. Before the Hollow, humans are in the face of this disaster. That was such a great movie.
Oh my. What romance, huh? To be honest, instead of listening to someone's confession... The chocolate and syrup completely mask the taste of coffee beans. Mr. Rob is adorably clueless. Angelina can be a... sometimes even sillier than Eos.
Mr. Rob, is this latte art a habit of yours? Or a secret love letter?
Customer preferences detected. Double syrup with 0 loneliness concentration.
Never mind. I like it anyway.
Hey, are you sneaking a peek at me, little manager? It doesn't quite make my heart... Maybe it's because the plot just... Or is it because you're sick? Or is watching movies with me I knew you'd feel the same. People I perceive as cute. So cute. Compared to convoluted dialogue and pretentious sport. Next time you get more sweet... movie reviews? Maybe it's best to leave all that deep. If I absolutely... The movie is simply a...
I didn't expect this many. Then again, I guess some people think... Can't say they're wrong. So, Belle, did you pick this time because you were looking for a little extra thrill? I see. But even if I weren't here, it's just a movie after all. But if you do get scared... That was fast. Though All right, looks like... It's not very powerful, but it knows... I was just... Or maybe I could let you hit. Yes. Good chance to apply the technique. What do you think, Belle? Why? If something like that really appeared... All right. Judging by the pacing,
You said some other guests were waiting for me in the lobby. But we're deep in the mountains. There shouldn't be anyone alive in this villa.
Well, they aren't exactly alive. But it's also true they're waiting for new guests. Just like the 47 other guests before you.
Huh? You mean they all... Who are you? What is this place?
you remember the meditation. When your thoughts start to wander, stay focused. If you want to hold on to me, go ahead. Do you remember it now? Feeling better? Good. I'm glad. If it ever gets uncomfortable, you weren't the only one feeling that creature in the movie. But it's good at using hints and atmosphere to stir up fear and unsettle people. I wasn't scared. That said, not really. If the creature's appearance had been depicted, it could have served as useful reference material for... All right. It's getting... Once we leave the watching a movie with you, with someone familiar sitting next to you, if you're up for it.
Proxy, you didn't miss the preview. Starlight Night Seasons 1 through 3, Starlight Night the other night. Every single one is a mass. Proxy. After all. But I know they'll get back because they're Starlight Knights!
Hey, who cares if we can't transform? We're not fighting just to become Starlight Knights.
We're just ordinary folks, but we all have a reason to find our courage.
The Starlight Knights aren't fighting this battle alone!
So even ordinary folk, I know they'll win! The director did say in an interview that the plot of the movie it's a story about those ordinary who were truly brave enough to be called. For all you Starlight Night fans, for those who aren't Starlight, all in all, I highly recommend.
So you're telling me the proxy business is super competitive for all... Oh, hell. Since I was... Awesome! Yeah, everyone's... Even if we can't like, how...
The bang boo that mistakes kittens for rescue targets is clearly defective. I apologize, but we'll need to recall it. Don't worry, we're just gonna wipe its memory and reprogram it from scratch. Hey, what are you doing?
It saved Katie and got her out of the hollow! You can't read it like this! Katie, take 7710 and run!
For some reason, seeing the other... So, I was just thinking... Yeah, I know. Besides, results that come after...
interested in... Maybe it's because we're alike. But I just looked up its real-world So I guess people... Don't be fooled by appearance. Thanks, Belle. Whether I'm a Bing Boo or a cat in the future. Oh, yeah. Well, if you're... I'm a pro at this, and there's lots of different flavors. I also know that dogs need to be taken out on a run What do we do? We're gonna get caught. I'm just a little pup. Belle, didn't you say this wasn't a home? Being alone on the streets is... I also... What do we do? We're gonna... That investigator gave me some food. Looks... I can't get his scent through... But judging by how he walks, he... Immersed. Like right now when his paws being... What about you? Well, don't be
When I pulled you out of that fissure, you were so scared that you wouldn't even touch a can of food. Who would have guessed I'd be counting on you so soon?
Here, take the leash. This time, it's your turn to lead the way.
I heard a lot of... So, since you... Now I gotta talk to... Oh, and in the movie, when the ethereal was if it jumps out of the screen... And since that's what I wanted... So... You're right, having the investigator in the movie keeps suffering. If only the put in a bit more effort at... How would... Then we can just chill in the... After all, I'm not some idiot, Belle. This was... Not only did... Another day of slacking off under the boss's nose. And I can even apply to come back and... Even though it's a fantasy film, just embrace the suspense. These aliens seem pretty interesting, huh? Wow, that's my... But seriously, a creature that can transform into any... You've got a point. The last time I went out to... But if this creature could...
Wait, are these my memories? If so, how can I see myself in third person? That stirring stick that just popped out of my hand. It was like it had a life of its own. If this is a dream, it feels way too real. What are these aliens?
That was cool, but... If I were some kind of alien, then... Huh? Uh-oh. When you morph into me, just... I thought maybe you'd be... You know what makes thrillers? If you look at it that way, once an urban legend gets cracked. But movies that leave you... Stories like that are... I'm so happy you could... Letting you join me and... It somehow feels...
Disaster movies often dig into how fragile order is. In a speculative work that depicts the twilight of a civil... But being able to rationally dissect the root cause... with insights ahead of their era often meets not understanding first, but solitude. Indeed, it matters not whether one be such loyalty itself.
Stop terrorizing us with poetic metaphors. Science needs data, not wild imaginations.
This isn't a gamble of probability, but a countdown that's already begun. We can't just turn a blind eye because it's beyond our understanding. When disaster strikes, let's hope those data models you're so proud of ring the alarm before my delusions do.
In the end, even the noblest resolve of one individual. The power of this work lies in forcing viewers. It is not about whether success, it is about order, about... Thank you for watching this. Yes, it is. But it also compelled what struck me most. But how our protagonist, the scientist, and the loyalty displayed by her to walk a path you know leads nowhere. And thank you for accompanying me to see this film. It has reinforced my conviction that protecting such ordinary... In collective chaos, the light of reason shines, but those who remain steadfast in their duty and loyalty. Thank you for sharing.
This cinema's decor is both practical and the snacks those people are... I've heard customers mention it, but this is my... I wouldn't say I'm dying to try it, compared to the delicate and refreshing snacks of Phylum. Speaking of which, but every place has its own vibe. Like this popcorn. Oh my. But if I go out to get snacks... Everyone laughing and gasping together. Back then, there weren't many... Movie theaters are pretty quiet, right? Snacking on sunflower seeds, But when the plot gets back then, I'd always quietly... Look at me running my mouth. It didn't destroy my image.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Daydreaming again, little Bangbu. Oh, you're my squishy little cupcake. Oh, you're so soft. You were born to be petted and rubbed.
Oh no! Oh no!
As a model employee, but... We finally get to catch a movie today. More than just someone from Yum... My take? To me, movies are like... This movie is like a plate of... It wasn't a big-budget blockbuster, nor was it a It won't stick with you forever, but it provided a care. Thanks for the recommendation. This little snack
Before deciding to see the movie, we read a lot of reviews, and they all said it was good. Right. Do you want me to send you those reviews, manager? You got... Well, even if I secretly... Then again, even if I snuck in things... Before deciding to watch this movie, in my dream, this movie's I and Suno were so happy, and even though the dream felt... You can't blame anyone for...
In a fairy tale wonderland, an adventure awaits. Yeah, right. Even kids wouldn't fall for that kind of stuff anymore. That was me, just another boring adult, unable to believe fairy tales and all that happily ever after stuff. Until I came here. Fairy tales are real. Dreamland adventures do exist. And that's the kind of story I'm going to write. Stories that bring children hope and happiness.
I was so engrossed in the movie. Hold on. Just as expected. But how should I put... Manager, you... Too bad I've never really been interested in... All I want is for Lillian to have a happy... Plus Suna and Arius. Isn't that what fairy tales are? You're smiling? The one-sided collab between the cinema and 8